Grand rising, beautiful souls from wherever you are in this world. Hello. Lighting some Palo Santo up in this witch. Aloha, aloha, welcome. Isn't it amazing when you become comfortable in yourself? It's like, there's nothing you or you or you or you or you or me can say about nothing when I'm feeling myself. Okay. So I came on board because this is my random evening, late night pop-up, because it's late. And it's already, I guess, New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's Eve. Although time is an illusion. Mapped out into 3D. So that one can control many things. That's how it all started. This game of control, right? But that's not what this is about. So I'm exhausted. Long motherfucking day. Right? And I'm finally settling in, and I got this huge revolution, right? Because usually there's a big mess before that is the revolution, right? That just making sure it's recording, because I've done that before. Before the redecorating, feng shui, right? So there's some of that going on too, and it's just like, okay, right? Right, so there's some redecorating, some feng shuiing, some reassessments, right? And some things taking place. That's just everything is a channel, freaking message. Duh. Whew. So, anyways, this is a healing channel, a channeling station. You are welcome to join. You are welcome to pass by. You are welcome to stay. You are welcome to leave. But remember, you are free to do as you will, respectfully for yourself. Right? May you receive the alchemical seeds that are generating this seed, like activation codes. Indeed. I don't even have to speak. Do you know what I mean, jelly beans? Do you feel the shit? I want to get emotional. And I gotta talk clearer. Let me talk clearer. Like, hold up. Like, I was just like guzzling water on my drive back. I was just like, you know, if you ever like full moon time too, okay, just notice that, you know, like even my body now, like pay attention to our bodies. Like I'm swollen, right? Full moon, you know, cycles of the moon. My fingers feel much more achy, right? And I take care of myself. I stretch, I move. My body does not have the same kind of pains that everybody else be having. I'm usually sore. Sore that I feel like I was lifting up mountains. So, and I'm pretty flexible. And so my extension is wide, but that doesn't mean I'm exempt from aches and pains. We all have aches and pains. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying overall, right? So mindfulness is important. It's important in your production system. You could be all spiritual and be a hot mess in your own rituals of self-maintenance and care, right? Oh yeah, she went there, right? So, understanding the understanding, because we're under a system of cycles of the moon. So always around, when you know you're going to be getting your friend, I'm a big advocate that I say that in this humane society, women should be allowed off, for real, for 2 weeks. If you have to work in this system, right? Although you don't, but if you have to, we should have allowed 2 weeks off every month without having to explain why. Because we birthed this whole entire galaxy into existence and we need a motherfucking break. Okay. Don't get me started with that. And it has nothing to do with feminism and all this kind of stuff. No, it has to do with our cycles, our bodies, our systems, and that's just the way it is. And so one should be able to rest without having to worry about survival. Oh. But that's not what this was about. Not at all. Not at all. What this was about was I finally received, I know that although it's going to be New Year's, my daughter, one of my main gifts for my birthday, which is early December, was my very own unique, The Last Unicorn tarot deck. Now, The Last Unicorn, okay? I have stories about The Last Unicorn. I have the DVD, The Last Unicorn, although I haven't watched TV and stuff like that for over 10, 15 years now, I feel like. I keep saying for over 10 years, and I've been saying that for over 10 years. It's been a while, right? So, The Last Unicorn, I remember, I'm an 80s baby, right? And so I remember growing up, and I watched this movie over 1,000 times. And my response to this movie was always the same. Hysterical. Pisces moon, Aqua, okay? Highly activated. Small child. Capricorn Venus, right? That tough love interior, even just onto myself from such an early age of having to get the shit under the stick in the love department, right? Because the one person that expressed it and gave it wholeheartedly, universe said, let's remove her from these lands. Off with their heads, right? And took mama from me, right? So I'm not going to go into all of that kind of stuff, but we share stories, right? So that we can grow and evolve, and that's what this is all about. So this cartoon, amongst my peers, no one ever knew what movie I was talking about. So whenever I got them to finally come to my house, they had to watch this movie. There was this one and the Snow White movie that I wish that I could remember the name and the rendition of it, because it's one that still to this day you do not find and you do not see, and nobody has seen that rendition of Snow White either. And it wasn't a cartoon. And my dad had these collections of these movies, and they weren't the typical ones that were known, right? I grew up on I Dream of Jeannie. Meanwhile, that was, I don't know what years, 60s, 70s, I don't know, Bewitched and all that kind of stuff, right? So, right, magic, right, enchantments, right? My mother's name is Jeannie, and she used to tell me she was the genie, and we had these genie bottles, and how she used to go to sleep in there at night whenever I was asleep. I believed. Right? So this cartoon, amongst my peers, no one ever saw unless they came to my house and I made them see. And still, I would watch. And I would watch for I wanted to know if it was going to hit them like the way that it hits me every single time. And it's like those Kodak stares, like this is what you had me watch. Because I guess the movie is so, I don't know, because even as an adult, I got it as an adult to watch it to see if I would have the same strong feeling, and it's a classic. So my daughter found the cards for the movie, and it took literally, she ordered them before my birthday. And it took them to, and they said they were gonna not deliver them until after January. And surprise, surprise, they came. So that's why I hit record. Okay? To share the last unicorn. Do you know of the movie The Last Unicorn? Did you see it? What is your take of it? Are you like one of me? Did you cry hysterically each and every single time you've seen it? I don't know. But anyway, so it's 78 card deck, regular, going off the regular tarot, but with, you know, the movie inspiration. So it says, there are no happy endings because nothing ends. Right, that was one of the greatest. Oh my gosh, I gotta watch this movie again because I'm sure that there's gonna be many more evolutionary insights that I see. That, my goodness, the child me that was like 4, 5, 6, 7, watching this movie over. I'm talking about, I watched years. I was, you know, I guess that's the Scorpio in me, the fixed nature, and the Aquarius in me, that's the fixed nature, right? That causes me that to be repetitive. Oh, and the Virgo. Let's not forget about Virgo. Oh boy, right? So, anyways, we're more than one sign. And so, ooh, Knight of Wands. I just saw, like, I haven't even seen these cards at all. So I'm opening them with you, and I just saw when it went, the Knight of Wands. So some passion knights looking a little naughty, right? A little, he's holding his sword. This is not supposed to be kinky, but hey. But that's what I'm seeing. Alright, so someone's holding their sword passionately for you, for something. So it's like, if you want to interpret, right? So there's people thinking, right? Or there's a male suitor or something, right? Thinking about why he would talk to you on his phone. Alright. Ooh, the Fool's Journey, right? Oh, and the Magician. Okay, we gotta. So I want to look at these cards because they're beautiful. So look at how gorgeous they are. Yeah, oh, these lights are not gonna allow you to see the beauty of them either. I'll post pictures like on my blog, on my Insta. I'll share where you'll be able to see the color scope with my iPhone as opposed to on here like this. The real, like, these are really nice. So I think they took this long because they make them, and there was only like, or they said one left, like, you know, so it took a while to get these, and so they came. So the last unicorn. Alright, so what messages do we have for those tuning in at this time for this little mini pop-up as I share the last unicorn tarot with those of you whom I love for stopping by? Thank you so much. I got confused. But let's not be confused. Alright, so here we are. What messages do we have to look forward to for 2021, right? Because it's New Year's Eve. What do we have to look forward to for 2021? What do we have to look forward to for 2021? What do we have to look motherfucking forward to for 2021? What? Alright, so what do we have to look forward to for 2021? There's so many ways to cleanse these cards, but I already feel a connection with them, and they're like burning in my hands right now. Right? And there's so much. This house is a complete healing sanctuary from the moment you walk in. Even after you leave, you get a piece of heaven with you. The energy here is ridiculous. Seriously. You know about that language. What do we have to look forward to for 2021? What's next? Right? What's to come? Right? What are the energies surrounding our moving forward in 2021? Right? Creatively, passionately, abundantly, superbly, genius-like, confident too. What do we have to look forward to moving forward in 2021? What do we have to look forward to in 2021? 3 cards are going to explain. We're going to intuitively interpret this. You know what I'm saying? That spirit speak through the channel. That is the reign of this oracle right now. What's happening? I'm going to check my books too, but you know how it goes. What do we have to look forward to? For 1? I didn't look at it. 2020. Oh! 20. Oh. 1. Alright, so take it as it resonates, okay? Alright, so something about, see, but I'm getting like, I guess it's for whoever's tuning in, right? But it's okay, we're gonna look at it positively too, okay? It's not that it's bad, right? Because it's about the lovers, right? Choosing someone else, or someone being left out in the cold. And how heavy that can feel, right? Or how upset. Right, because it's about the lovers. And somebody's upset. Oh, this is like gossip cards. That they got left out in the cold, right? And they're planning something or thinking of something. Alright, I know that listen. I wasn't planning that. I was going positive, but some messages need to be delivered. Right? So somebody's gonna get together. Right? Soulmates are gonna get together and people are watching, or somebody's watching, or somebody that got left out in the cold that like the other, right? That is getting together. Right? Because a choice has been made. And people are mad. And they're thinking about the she. That's the unicorn. Because if you remember the movie, that's just how it is. But hold on, I don't want that storyline. Let's go positive somewhere else. So whoever, let's clean that, alright? Let's clean that. Because, yeah, look at foreign foundations. Because you don't need to focus on that. You know what I'm saying? There you go. There you go, right? Thank you, right? So there you go. That could be the case. That could be the case. And that very much well be the case, right? That's your leveling of awareness. That's your leveling of being able to see the whole picture for what it is, right? Look at Eight of Swords energy. And no longer trapping yourself, right? Six of Swords. Look at, so it was the 8 and the 6 right here. So no longer trapping yourself, right? No longer trapping yourself and coming out of it together, right? Or unified in some kind of way, out of troubled times, right? Seeing that you can do it, right? So if there's anything that 2020 has taught you, is that, I hear, can nobody take my, can nobody hold me down, uh-oh, I got to keep on moving. I don't really know the words, but that's what I hear. I got to keep on moving. Whatever that song is, okay? But, so you got to keep on moving, right? So what you want to be conscious of is what you're taking into 2021 with you from 2020. So this is the day before we enter this new year bright. So we're being aligned with our alchemy, right? And that's going to come with truth. Are you too focused now, before the new year begins, on something that is external from you being received, that you need to just let go already? Right? There you go. Who freaking cares? Right? So with that attitude in mind, let's move forward to 2021. Right? Empowered. Because I can. I know what's going on all around. That ain't my problem. That you got a problem with me. Or with whatever decisions that I make with my own life. That's your problem. Okay? Not mine. Nor will I carry that burden of your issue. Go get a tissue and go wipe your ass with it. Right? For we work too hard. Not even hard. Right? Because it's just challenging. So you got to work through the challenge. I rise empowered, knowing that can nobody hold me down. Oh, I got to keep on moving. Can nobody take my pride? Something like that. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying? I am whatever I say I am. Because if I wasn't, then why would I say I am? In the paper, in the news, everything on radio, saying my agents. Because I am whatever I say I am, right? So let's empower ourselves. 2021 intentionally, purposefully, aligned alchemically, producing the linguistics that need to be produced so that you can produce and make manifest the things that you need to make manifest. Do you understand that? Whatever messages we have here, don't be bringing that old shit into the new shit, because then you will be the responsible party that brought that old shit into your new shit because you chose to do that shit. I don't know that. I felt like I was channeling my cousin Lady Strange. Woo! Page of Wands. Yes, look at him. The wizard. The wizard is here. Right? And there's a message, my dears. Right? There's something new cooking here. Let's read the Page of Wands in here. There's something new cooking here. There's something new. I hear that. New cooking. No cooking. No cooking? What you cooking? Smendrick holds a book of magic in one hand as luminous wand in the other. Smendrick. That's his name. His index finger is raised. In a gesture of confidence and ambition. Yes, right? Expression earnest. The open book sparkles with promises of knowledge and power, and in diligence towards his studies he has marked multiple pages as for reference. The salamander present on his tome's cover and the fiery hues in the forest behind him hint at an upcoming transformation. Something new, right? A reptile must shed its skin to grow, and so too can new life can be found in the ashes of the old. What were we just talking about? See what I'm saying? Though he is considered just a schmendrick. He's just a schmendrick. Or an effectual fool, he never wavers in his desire to improve and learn. And that's you. And that's the, and it's not about one-upping or whatever, but yeah, up, right? In terms of evolution, in terms of just positioning. So there's no need to waste your time on energies that no longer serve your intention, your purpose. Use that as reflection, introspection, to just be like, listen, you're here for my detection to see the things I will no longer engage in. Because I said so. That's why. No, I need not explain myself. This is already too much. Not even, and it's not even about being dismissive or just whatever. Right? Like when I left abuse, and that was it, no more. Because after that, there's never been no more, nor would I ever attract such a thing into my ethers, into my energetic sphere. That's why if I sense it, smell it, or feel it from somewhere else, that is coming from somewhere else, I'm intolerable of it. I cannot even allow it into my vicinity because it's just, it's blasphemy to my spirit. That's like how when people say, oh, you hear him beating her up downstairs or upstairs. No, I don't. And if I do, we're doing something about it. Right? Because when you know better, you do better. And that's the same thing with healing and learning and growing and evolving. The more that you do your do, you serve yourself well. You serve yourself best. And that changes everything. Right? Right? Okay. A plethora of creative ideas are currently swimming around and round in your mind, and you see the potential in all things. Right now you are in a frenzy of brainstorming, unhindered by the confines of reality. Right. Be excited at your prospects and open-minded towards new experiences. New. Someone who is willing to teach would be a welcome addition to your life to assist you in your transition from novice to master. Beautiful. Right? What else? These cards are beautiful. Right? But that Five of Swords. So many people are transmuting betrayal. Call it how I see it. Or feeling not picked, feeling like you're still transmuting that feeling like why me, woe me, victim me, that mentality, that like bitter seed, right? Still like if you gotta be sad to the woe me aspect of your story, then you're still not healed from it, right? So it's don't, and it's not to like pressure because it's New Year's Eve, right? But it's like, what cycle you are allowing to close out. When you're closing it out, close it out consciously, aware of what it is that you're closing out, instead of just saying I'm closing this out and throwing the whole entire, like the way how I get the gist of things and I don't want the detailing of things. Like this is the opposite of that. It's like, get the detailing of the things so that you're clear with what you're clearing for your new year. Because that cycle wants to leave. You're ready for it. All it is more identifying of your behavioral patterns and conditionings, right? That cause you to act out of pocket, right? So you don't want to do that anymore. I'm telling you. Oh, my Evolve Intuit coaching portal system launches January, right? 2021. Awesome sauce, right? I'll link all the information that you need to learn more about it, as for as little as $555 a month, right? You can subscribe and have access to many levelings of evolutionary, revolutionary, affordable, right? Coaching and healing by me and Judge the Babylon Receipt to help you creatively evolve and help your damn self. Oh, yes. This is the empath's guide to survive on a daily basis. Seriously. So, I'll take a look at chicken. So what else do we have to be mindful about entering 2021? So this turned into mindfulness. So right now I was trying to go all good, but there's a lot of stuff that is shifting, and there's a lot of things that Spirit wants you to be made conscious of so that you are well aware of what's happening here. And then we're in the full moon energies, going back into that body element of what I was saying about honoring your temple and having those 2 weeks off, like if you had to do the regular, work stuff and, this just survival mode. Like honoring and just understanding the cycling system that's happening here, this full moon, right? Something coming into full bloom, right? Now, we start again, cultivating, right? So what did you find in your full bloom of a full moon season? And what do you release as it too wanes, right? See? 5 of Swords, feeling left out. Feeling left out still. You are enough. You're not left out. The part of you that's left out is the part of you that doesn't see yourself. Oh, I'm tired of hearing stuff like that. No, I'm tired of this bed. This is what I'm feeling. Then you're still in the 3D plane of existence and you're not seeing past the illusion. You're saying you're seeing past the illusion, but you're still living in the illusion. So which one is it? If you see past the veil, then there is no hiccup. And if you're still hiccuping, then you are still living in the distorted illusion. There is no seeing past the veil and being stuck anywhere in the 3D. And if you are stuck somewhere in the 3D, then you are seeing through the veil of distorted illusion. Play that back as often as you need to. There's going to be a lot of exclusive content and channeling shared exclusively on my website. I'm not playing. Well, how exclusive it's going to be. Where I'm given, right? See, that's the human speaking for validation. There's no more need of that, but clearly there is. Still needing healing in the validation department. Let's open up further, more compartments that we have locked inside these membranes that all have their own circuits. Each of those circuits have life before even connecting with any other circuit. We're rewiring many circuits or getting to know the circuit tree. So if you're stuck anywhere within the circuits, then flush the system out. Symbiotic, symbolic. It's all a matter of perspective, perception, and dimension you are seeing, choosing, and interpreting. Whatever. The human too back then. My cats went nuts. On our channel, I'm like, ooh. Page of Coins. Right. So making things look good. So there's messages. There's a lot of things coming. There's a lot of new. There's a lot of new. There's a lot of collaborations too, because you have the Page of Wands, right? And now you got the Page of Pentacles. And look at the Page of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Wands showed up in masculine energy, right? And the Page of Pentacles showed up in feminine energy. So maybe that's the vice versa too. The masculine energy, the divine masculine energy, is learning that passion fueled fire, right? Energy, placing it in from the yin and acting upon it on the yang, right? And the female energy, right? Although this is not gender specific, but we can play it out like that just for perspective, right? And seeing through dimensionally, right? So that we can best understand, you know, the circuits here at play, right? So for vice versa, the Page of Pentacles, right? The Page of Coins, which is the Page of Pentacles, showing up as a feminine gender, right? A female. So the man is at this moment of time experiencing his feels on this external plane, and he's putting that into practice, right? He's learning. His pages are students. They're learning something, right? So, and then the female is coming up as Page of Coins. She's learning her value of her pentacle. She's learning her value of her worth. She's learning the value of her currency. She's learning the value and worth and how to work it here, because Pentacles is earthly, right? It's earthly here. So both are showing up as students in different elements. So they're still feeling left out in the cold, but they still have a lot to learn into the new year. And you know, you can learn that in 2 days. You can learn that in 3 days. Or you can learn that in this still. It takes time, right? So that's the feeling of being left out into the cold, into the new year. Don't look at it like that. Look at it from the perspective that it's coming in from. What is it that you're still learning that you haven't yet solidified in? Right? What's still coming up? So you're and these feelings are your identifiers of where your traps are, right? So now that you're conscious and woke, and you are not taking it like a joke, or like you're just woke and you're just attentive to the causes behind every circuit that goes off and trigger and reactive reaction from you, then you give yourself the opportunity to now better navigate your system to operate fully alchemized to your freaking command in full conscious awareness, you know? It's a navigation process. Do you know what I'm saying, jelly beans? One more card because I gotta go. But I like these cards, so thank you for allowing me to share them with you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure to read eventually the description box below. I'll update and stuff like that, but there is one link there, just one link, right, that links you and gives you like a drop-down menu of all ways to connect with of whatever it is that I'm offering at this time, even all my social media connects. So my Instagram is on there, my TikTok is now on there, I updated that, my blog is on there, my website is on there, the Evolve Intuit coaching portal system is on there, my book is on there. It's just, you know, one convenient little link, right? A little link. That's my owl butterfly. Animals love me, just like children. I work a lot with animals, and I work a lot with people, of course, but I work a lot with children too. So I'm very silly by nature. So it's my way. So one more message. Una más. Did you see the last unicorn? Did you cry too? Hysterically. Did you? There's too many cards. We don't want that many. Come on. One other. advisories do we have? That's what I'm gonna name this, because spirit advisories before entering 20, something like that. I'm just trying to make it simple. I'm gonna try to do some simple stuff, but I'm a babblers, and so like, and that's it. I allow it. Okay. 5 of coins. So the feminine energy being all wishy-washy in regards to money. But I'm also reading it differently. I know that typically, look at the way this card is. I feel like she got a lot of things in the works. You see how everything is which way? Right? So everything is centered around time for this divine feminine energy, right? And she got a lot of things being worked on. But nothing is set in stone, right? So her worry, that's like anxiety, right? So I'm reading it. Her anxiety over these projects that she got going that are not yet rooted on earth. That's how I'm reading it. Right? So there's still a lot of growing, a lot of evolving that's happening here. You know, this is a never-ending process. It's infinite. You know, so, you know, we got to be more gentler, compassionate to ourselves. I am compassionate to myself. I am loving to myself. I love me. My muscles. Right? So, fine. So that's how she feels going into the new year. But look at that. She got shit going on. I want to read this card. A worried lady. That's how it starts off. So yeah, worried. A worried lady, Amalthea watches the stormy seas that mirror her own inner discomfort. Cold stone walls press in on her from all sides, forcing her into isolation. A clock looms oppressively behind the maiden, but she has her back turned to it, unaware that it could be the answer to her problems. Instead, she feels immensely pressured for time as she becomes more mortal and forgetful by the minute. Will the price she has paid be worth it? Okay, something very dear to you has been stolen away. Your health, your wealth, your faith, or even your sense of self. It appears that there is no one you can turn to, which only amplifies the loss you have already endured. Your focus on the negative has blinded you to the positive. Swallow your pride in order to reach out to those that could help you. They are not aware of your suffering. Appreciate the good things you have in your life rather than laminating what you lack. Right. So I even have moments like this. Like, you know, nobody's exempt from this kind of stuff. And I do my best. I really, truly don't complain. I have mastered not complaining. Okay? And it does not mean that there isn't a complaint that can come up. And it doesn't mean that I'm exempt from wanting to. Actually, once you become disciplined in something and you've already made it, like, it's not my go-to. So it's not anything I miss. It's just a matter of tuning into what it was that I wanted to set into practice and sticking to it. Sticking to it so much that I forgot that I stuck to it, that it became just my life. Habit. Structure. But ever since I was little, I knew there was an offness with complaining. Right? But, you know, it can come in subtle ways too. So catching the parts of ourselves, it could be even in thought. All right, you don't say it, but do you think it? All right, you're not thinking it, but are you feeling it? So, mind, body, heart, and soul infusions. It's very crucial and important to be tapped in with yourself that way. I didn't even realize the time. Swallow your pride in order to reach out to those that can help you. They are not aware of your suffering. Appreciate the good things you have in your life rather than lamenting what you lack. Right? And sometimes, we think the whole world understands or gets what we're going through. Even that's what I was going to say. And even sometimes I check myself. Because, sometimes I'll come off, in a schmood. And not that I take it out on anybody, but, my daughter will be like, but why you come, in the mood? Because, we're all empaths here. We're all feeling one another. So it's not like I can be quiet and just absorb. Like, say, what's wrong? What's matter? This, that, right? If there's anything. And so, what was the whole point of that? Right. So, or sometimes, people be so heavily involved in their own lives that you think that they should notice something is off and they don't, and then you feel a type of way because you think that they do, or something. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, it's not that at all. Or sometimes you just think it's a type of way because you're going through the same thing collectively in your own way, and then you take their lack thereof attention to you personally. You get it? You get what I mean? So it can go so many different ways here. But, so it's about the even give and take. Look, 6 of coins is next. So there's progression here. See? So she comes out of that 5 into the 6. Right? So let's read that and then we gotta go. 6 of coins here. I like that. The cat drapes himself across Molly Gru's shoulders in a gesture of camaraderie. He has information that Molly Gru will find most valuable, and in return, the scullery maid offers food and companionship to the feline. Molly holds her hands out, palms up, balancing the equally weighted coins that float on either side of her. The cat's paw tips one side further, demonstrating that he coveted knowledge tips the scale in his favor at this time. Their relationship is symbiotic. If he is generous now, he will be rewarded in time when he is rescued from the broken remnants of King Haggard's castle. Generosity can be expressed in a multitude of ways, and whether you are donating to a charity or volunteering your time and energy to aid others, you know that you will eventually reap what you sow. If you are on the receiving end, show gratitude to those supporting you and look for a way to repay them when possible. Eventually, the scales will balance. Whether helping someone or yourself, seek but ways that the recipient can become self-sufficient. Right. Beautiful. So, balance. We seek the balance. We're moving into that Ace of Swords. That is the truth, okay? Either way, so thank you for tuning in, and thank you for allowing me to share my new cards with you. So remember to check that link in the description box. That will leave you with all the information that is coming up in regards to everything. Also, there will be some Evil Expo updates coming soon that will be also available in that link, with Lady Strange and I showing up in Princeton, New Jersey. Yeah! That's to be announced. Either way, so that's going to be really cool. Okay. And many things to look forward to and do. Also, my live chats, my late night chats with Sasha and Jen. That is something to look forward to too. I'm going to put the link to that as well, where if you want to be up to date with when we do our randomness, and but we'll be doing it on a weekly basis. And if you want to receive free it's just free. It's not anything that we're asking for. This is all for fun and entertainment, for your entertainment, right? There will be a link there that you could just sign up to know what's going on, and just to read a little bit more about what our chats are all going to be about, which will be live on Instagram on both of our lives at Enchantress and at She's Fierce. That information will be all in the description box below there too. There's a lot of awesome things coming through. I'm still gonna show my love and say hi to my cheeenique tarot, because thank you for all that you do for the collective and beyond. I have my favorites here on YouTube, and you are one of them. And Rise with Jupiter, she's like my mentor, a guru, kind of like we have similar signs in our birth chart, like even though we're not the same sign, like her rising is my sun sign, like, you know, and my rising in Western astrology is her sun sign, like, you know, it's just interesting. And then like she has like certain it's just funny, like seeing different angles and multi dimensions to people that you connect with, even if it's here on YouTube. So, you know, I just want to give, you know, some YouTube love to those two channels that I absolutely love. And Divine Essentials, Bridget Rao, because I always use her cards too. And those are the only names I'm going to be able to come up to right now, because it is like, I don't know, probably like 4 o'clock in the morning now. Happy New Year's Eve. Welcome. What was the title of this going to be? I don't even know anymore. But yeah, so yeah, what to look. It was about what to. How are we going to phrase this? I'll think about this once I hit end. Anyway, I can like regroup. But what not to bring into 2021. So for you to sort that shush out right before we go into 2021. So you can be in full alchemical alignment. You see that you're coming out of that troubling time, of that cycle that you want to leave behind, of even not feeling chosen or validated. That too, don't carry that in with you. Let's leave that back too, because it's just a matter of the view. Which view will you choose to now see out of, if you know what I mean, jelly beans? Okay. So I mean again, love and align to you. Yeah, that was a challenge. I only came in to say hello and to show you my cards, and then we did all of this. Yeah, so much fun to look forward to. After the experiences, I'm leaving all those little negative and hateful experiences that I was experiencing behind for left side, right?